1, 2, 3. Hello, my name's Susie. Thank you to Tim for building his box concert. So this is my response to the question, can art save the world? So back on the 18th of November 2019, I said in my friend's Helen's sitting room out loud that I wanted to be the best poet for world peace. And this is the story in poetry of that time, exploring that decision and being blessed in terms of space and lots of time to write, an opportunity to explore my poet self. And luckily I had heard John Cooper Clarke soon after I made this decision said, the life of a poet is mostly gazing out of a window. So I thought I could do that and weave that in between an already busy day job. So I got some books, this one in particular from my sister gave me, and I started writing. And then Corona hit us and lockdown happened. And this is entitled Donald Trump, My Part in His Downfall, or The Pen is Mightier Than the Sword, Poetry as Non-Violent Direct Action. 7th of May 2020, 2 months into lockdown. It's my dad's birthday. He died in 1980 and he would have been 96 if he had still been alive. Dust to dust. Even in the dead of winter, there is still poetry. Even when words turn to ashes in our mouths, when death is all around and sadness overwhelms us, there is still poetry. There is still love. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes, more beautiful than anything ever imagined before. So I'm enjoying writing my poems and I decide, how can I speed it up? And I think I'm going to offer a poetry workshop, a haiku workshop to some children that I know. And I do a 5-minute potted how to write a haiku. And this is what I send them off with. All filmed and on Zoom, of course. Being still, conjure the words, cast your spells. And that's in August 2020. And by the end of August, I'm thinking I need to speed this up more. Where are these poems? So I decide I'm going to write a poem a day until the 18th of November 2020. So I start, and by September the 11th, I'm well into my poem a day, and sometimes more. Remembering 9/11, of nothing ever being quite the same again, was our dream of 21st century peace turned to dust? Shocked, we shook ourselves off and rose again, like phoenix from the ashes, more wonderful than anything ever before imagined. 4th of October 2020. Corona pause has been a blessing for me, but not for everyone. So the question is, how to thrive and encourage others to live their lives despite being stripped of bare bones? To start from there, to build based on being. Embrace it now, the bare bones of it, What is beauty that moves you, that whispers that those you love you too? And it doesn't mean you have to always be there, because you leaned in, paid attention to this moment. With all your heart, you leave your mark. You are art. So now I've got to the end of book 1.5, and the half is because I have to order more of these, because I want a set, and the half is a little notebook in which, thanks to Brexit, I start to explore my Celtic Irish roots, because I'm wondering, because my grandma is Irish, if she was born in Ireland, I would have been entitled to an Irish passport. Well, I haven't discovered if she was yet, but I've certainly explored and embraced my Irish Celtic roots, and I feel very grateful. They are just a joy. So the 27th of October 2020. The pen is mightier than the sword. That's a relief. The bastion of peace that is the written word, developed out of a need to record, to keep fair tally of who gets what on baked clay tablets that survived. And now, with clear intention to weave peace, we place the words in such a way upon the page to convey a message of solidarity and joy and beauty we can all employ. Corona Concertina. Time folding in on itself, inside out, outside in, when home and work and play all occupy same space. No boundaries, no demarcation except to mark the passing time in days, hours, minutes. Seconds fly by, and sparks of inspiration keep me sane. So now we're at the end of October, and we're running to the Brexit and the US elections, and I'm listening to the news and writing every day. And on the 7th of November, as we wait for the results of the American elections, I feel I have to respond to Trump. Playing the Trump card. Blowing my own trumpet, singing my own song, loudly and louder, so I'm drowning out your voice. Lying? Was I the first to notice that? Just lie and pretend that doesn't matter, that truth reconciles with fact. Who else shall I praise for helping us to see the light? So the 18th of November comes and goes, and I decide that I'm going to keep on writing, and my next goal is to record the poems. So by the time of New Year 2021, I've said yes to you, yes to an audience, and decided that I have to be brave and speak out. And then the Noni tells me about Tim's box concert, and I book a space for today, 28th of April, 2021. So thank you to Tim and the Noni for helping me hone my work and edit down the poems to a manageable few. So having made this decision to share, which I thought I was going to have to do by turning my cupboard into a home studio, padded with the duvets, but I haven't done that. Instead, I've got this wonderful setup, and it's really focused my mind. So having decided to share, the poetry shifted. 3rd of January 2021. It's all changed now, and all the poetry I've written stays on the page until I speak it out loud. I'm proud to be a poet. 5th of the 1st. So it's like a switchback of my own making this time round. My choice to change direction, pivot, do what can to stop, look, listen, and find a way through with you and me together to the other side of this pandemic fear, and not get sucked in to spiral out of control down the plug hole of dark matter and despair, to treasure every speck of dust and grime, to rhyme and reason that following my heart, using every art, is my gift to share. Breathe that fresh air. And the 6th of January 2021, it's my birthday. And if anyone was in any doubt, Trump showed his true colours that day. Appallingly, but very clearly. And the Noni challenges me to use poetry to expose others. And I say, yes, I have. I've written a poem for Trump. And I start thinking about a poetry manifesto for poetry as non-violent direct action, how powerful it is. And I think we could have a post-corona trauma unit using poetry to revive. And I start book 5 on the 14th of January. Such joy that finding the right word should be the path I choose. Pin it down. Short, sharp, shocking. No time for more. And as the words come tumbling out of me, falling over themselves like a waterfall, powerful, wonderful, cascading down the rocks and glinting rainbows in the sunlight, co-creating oxygen for us all. And the sound simultaneously sings. So on the 19th of January, Biden, as he's leaving home for the White House, says, "The Irish are the best poets." Now, remember, I've embraced my Irish roots, and I decided on the 18th of November 2019 that I would be the best poet for world peace. So my response is, and the Irish are the best poets. A 3-day celebration of the art of poetry. From all corners of the planet, the voice does the Buddha's work. To record, to recall the moments on the path we're on, opening the way and rejoicing. I am at home. I am at peace. My story, that of being at one with the mystic law. In praise of me and you, saves me, hopefully, from bigotry and ego. Be best me and you be you. There's room for all of us on this vast heart of loving life in all its gory glory. To have the wings of poetry to fly on is bliss. So perfectly endowed we smile, like Natalie, a gift. We are all free, liminal luminosity. And on the 20th of January, I watch Amanda Gorman give her inaugural poem. And these next 2 poems are in praise of Amanda. A closed fist raised in solidarity, a salute to strength, wisdom, courage, to take a stand together and kneel, reveal your hand, stretch out your long, fine, slender, strong fingers to reach out and touch the nub of what's the matter. Who wears the crown? Amanda Gorman, styled, poised, perfectly and stunningly delivered. You set the bar high, using hands and gestures to explain the unseen, unsung heroines that weave through history to her story and back again, to stand up and assert the right to be heard, to be young, beautiful and proud. You say it loud. And by now I'm working hard on my artist manifesto, and I've decided to call it All for Art and Art for All. A poem a day helps us work, rest and play. And I'm on to book 8. So I've started doing morning pages, like the Artist's Way Julia Cameron suggests, and they are a wonderful aid. On the 25th of February 2021, to breeze out a couplet, ease it in between the sheets, or a rhyme in timely fashion, when I need a pill to chill out and enjoy my life, I will reach deep inside, reveal myself and shine, a light for all to see, me. Poetry as non-violent direct action, 4th of March 2021. The pen is mightier than the sword, and words do matter, like thoughts and deeds, and stepping out and being braced, brave, brazen even, that my way is a byway, a road, bridge, metaphor. Quicker than that, we snap our fingers, flick on that switch or off. I nap my tools, hone self and sharpen blades, sharp words to penetrate to the core, silent no more. 23rd of March 2021, answering a call to arms. Can art save the world? I'm on book 10. To lay down the words like lights along the runway, showing the landing place and giving space and time for rhymes to come and play upon this page. Then leap up on the stage and share with you, to cheer you up and make you laugh and spark the sparkle that endures beyond this moment. The writings on the wall, a giant leap from page to stage, a spark sparkles in the dark. Thank you. And before I go, I just want to say what a joy it's been to be able to share my poetry. And whilst I've been working on this project, I'm working on a song I wrote to produce, to send to Alarm Europa to play alongside Casal's Song of the Birds that they're playing on the Monday, first Monday of every month, to raise awareness of the situation of the refugees across Europe who don't have a home. So we need to ask and use art along with everybody to raise awareness and help us think as we listen to Casal's Song of the Birds that they play. Think what it might be like to live in a refugee camp in the middle of coronavirus and everything that means. So please listen to the song, please listen to Casal's Song of the Birds. We'll release our song soon, I Am the Bird. And thank you again to Tim for Box Concert and Noni for your unending support. Thank you so much. Good night, goodbye, and see you soon.